Welcome to this tutorial on creating a project on SWISSUbase. FORCE, the Swiss Center of Expertise in the Social Sciences, is responsible for social science projects submitted to SWISSUbase. In this tutorial, we'll walk through the key steps to effectively create and manage your social science project, enhancing its visibility within the research community. When you are on the SWISSUbase main page and logged in, click on My Projects from the main menu. Then, select New Project to begin. First, choose the scientific domain of your project. Then, select the language for your project description. A project title in English is needed to publish a dataset later. Plus, you can provide the title in multiple languages to increase the visibility of your project. You can now add the other authors of the project. In the search bar, start typing the names of your co-authors and add them to the project. Next, fill in the main discipline of your project. You can choose from a wide range of categories. Select the ones that best suit your project. You can now create your project by clicking on the Create button in the top right corner. Now that the project has been created, you can fill out the key details about your project. Click on Edit on the top right corner to edit the information. You can add your institution by clicking on Add and typing the name of your institution. If the research does not give any results, you can click on Include Inactive and search again. You can also try to search for the name of your institution in a different language. Only if your institution does not already exist on the repository, you can add a new one by clicking on New and filling in at least the mandatory fields marked with an orange dot. Now, provide the status of the project along with its start and end dates. If you're unsure of the exact dates, use January 1st of the year it began and December 31st of the year it ended or is expected to end. From this Overview tab, you can still add some authors by clicking on Add. Moreover, you can edit the author roles and permissions. Click on the pencil on the right to edit. A new window opens. First, edit the author's roles. At least one author must fill the role of principal investigator. The principal investigator is the lead researcher or the responsible person of the project, and is listed as the primary contributor in citations. This role is automatically attributed to the person that create the project on SWISSUbase, but it can be changed. You can also indicate to which institution the author is affiliated and edit their permissions. The principal investigator has the permission to submit, and all the field's cases have to be checked: contact, receive notifications, and approve or deny download requests. Finally, click on Validate. Then, you can give other roles and permission to the co-authors. The permissions that are given to the different roles can change, and you can choose which rights to give them. For more details about the different roles and permissions, please visit the SWISSUbase info website. If you have filled in all the necessary information, save by clicking on the Save button in the top right corner of the page. You can now fill in the general description of the project. Click on General Description on the left panel, then click on Edit on the top right corner. First, you can enter the time span that your project covers. Next, add the geographical area covered by the project. Click on Edit and choose the most precise location from the accordion menu that best represents the project's focus. If needed, you can type more precise geographical information under Additional Geographical Information. Now, add the abstract, followed by the results, though adding the result is optional. We recommend writing the abstract in English especially if you plan to deposit a dataset later. If you have a summary in another language, you can include it as well. Finally, save your changes. Next, provide the details about the funding. Click on Funding in the left panel, then select Edit in the top right corner. In order to indicate the project type and the funding, click on Add on the right, then choose the option that best fits your project on the drop-down menu. Next, click on Add on the right, then again, choose the correct option in the drop-down menu and save your changes. You can now import the bibliographical references. This includes all publications resulting from your project. Click on Bibliographical References on the left panel. Then click on Import in the top right corner. Now you can select an RIS or TXT file with RIS format with the references. Finally, click on Save. At the end, you can add information about the methods of your project. Click on Methods in the left panel, then click on Edit in the top right corner. In the method description, you can describe in different languages the data collection methods used. Then, you can add the methods instruments used to collect data. Click on Add, then on Edit, and select the method instrument that you want to indicate. Click on Validate. Now, you can add more specific information about the population or unit of observation, the participant selection or sampling method, and other significant comments that are important to know for others. To add another method instrument, click again on Add, scroll down, and repeat the process. Scroll up and save your changes. You completed your project on the SWISSUbase repository. Now, you can check the information. If you want to finish the project later, you can leave it as it is. The project will remain in editing status, and the information you entered will be saved in the My Projects tab. You can also find it by typing the title or the reference number on the search bar. When you've gathered all the information, you can submit the project. Click on Submit Project on the top right corner. A dataset can be added at any time after submission, even while the project is still being edited, and you can also modify the information by clicking on Cancel Submission. Click on Next and finally confirm by clicking on Submit. Congratulations! You have submitted your first project to the SWISSUbase repository. The Force data experts will review and publish it. Once published, the project will be visible in the SWISSUbase catalog.